I was talking this week to my good friend and colleague in Brooklyn, Gary Simpson. He's the pastor of the Concord Baptist Church of Christ there, and you might remember that he has preached here twice, including on my 30th anniversary weekend. We were comparing Easter sermon notes, which is what preachers do, you understand. And I asked him what he was going to do. He said, I'm going to be a real Baptist this year. I'm going to preach on the Great Commission. Go and tell. Gary was talking about how the women who were at the tomb, how that place was like the temple was to the Jews, or our church buildings are to us. That is, places we want to go to see and experience Jesus and to capture him here. But if this year has taught us anything, it's what we should have learned from the first Easter story itself. He is not here, but there. That is, he won't be confined to one place. There is no such thing, in other words, as inside and outside with the risen Christ. We can't claim the risen Christ is here with us, but not out there with others too. And if we insist on staying inside the church, literally or figuratively, safe in our little here-ness, right? We will miss him every time because he is there. He has gone ahead of us into the world. That's where we'll find him. Ken Callahan was a church consultant who liked to tell churches this powerful Easter truth in this pithy way. God is in the world. When the church is in the world, God is in the church. When the church is not in the world, God is in the world. Which is why we must go and tell, as the women are instructed. And when we go and tell, we will see the risen Christ as others see him too. Galilee is where the there is initially. It's where Jesus first began his ministry, the healings and the teachings, the everyday life, in other words, of school and work and caring for neighbor. That's the where, that is the there. If we are doing here what Jesus was doing there, we will find him among us. But if we remain where we are here and lose all sense of mission out there, wanting to hold on to him in our own terms and our own times, we will never feel for ourselves the power of his resurrection life or see it transforming other people's lives. This is where hope is raised.